Seconds.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm getting nervous. Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
we're live.
Yes, we
We're
are.
live. We are
Yes.
live. Okay, yes. Great. Okay, welcome everyone, and thank you so much for tuning in to this first NTT Security introductory webinar that we're hosting. This is the first iteration of our new webinar format, where we're going into the NTT brand, what we do, how we do it, trying to explain it in a very simple and familiar way. So we'll be spending these coming 15 minutes approximately talking about NTT Security, our services, what we do, and how we can help. And with me today, I have my esteemed colleague Diana. My name is Victor. I'm with the sales team. Diana, who are you?
Who am I? Good morning, everybody, and hope you're joining us with your morning coffee. So yes, my name is Diana, and my role here at NTT is a sales engineer. So what I'm hoping today is to just, help you understand what we are doing here at NTT Security and how we can help you, protect your environment and things like that. But I think we'll get into that soon.
We're definitely getting into it. Thank you so
Yes.
much, Diana. So I think before we dive into what we do and how we do it, it might be good to give our viewers and our listeners a bit of background info. Potentially not everyone knows about NTT Security or NTT Group as a whole. So I think it could be good for us to give a bit of background, so we have, we're backing up our words with some credentials, basically.
Of course. So, let's start with NTT. NTT is a very, very big company.
Yeah.
It's a Japanese telecommunications company that's been around since the late 1950s. It's like the Swedish Telia. They share the same story, to be honest. And we are among, 340,000 employees. So it's quite a big company. It's kind of the size of Malmö, for those who are from Sweden. And that's the third biggest city in Sweden. So it's a lot of people.
Yeah.
One thing that it's worth knowing about NTT is that it's one of the world's top 5 ISP providers. So like you see in the map, the map. So we are connecting the world. We're connecting continents with, cables under the water.
And for the uninitiated, what is an ISP?
Internet service provider.
Thank you.
So we're providing like the backbone of the internet. So with that said, connecting the planet, connecting the continents gives us an extra advantage when it comes to threat intelligence. And besides that, we thanks to our size, we do invest a lot of money in research and development. I think it's around $3.6 billion invested in research and development. Yeah. So we are part of creating the future of 6G, for example.
Yeah.
And we're also part of delivering interesting things, solutions for, in the area of human AI. So we're doing a lot of things thanks to the size. Yeah. A little short about NTT.
Yeah. That's definitely...
And based in Tokyo.
Based in Tokyo.
Yeah.
Thank you. That certainly puts a relevant spin on it, I'd say. And now I'd like to dive into a bit about what we do at NTT Security. So we talk about, our MDR and our SOC offering, abbreviations that I think most initiated will recognize, but MDR and SOC can certainly mean different things to different people. So what does it mean when it's coming from us? What is our MDR and our SOC about?
Yeah, it's true. As you say, MDR can mean different things depending on who you're talking to, what customers you're talking to. But in our case, Samurai MDR or our Samurai MDR service means that we are remotely delivering a security operations center, a SOC, with skilled analysts, constantly monitoring, detecting, and responding to threats in your environment. And it can be your IT environment, it can be your IoT environment, or your OT environment.
Right.
We've been doing this for 23 years, so we are quite good at doing this. Yeah. So you see the picture behind me, that's our SOC. And
could we bring up the picture?
Yeah, please. Oh, there's the picture. Thank you, Marcus.
Thank you, Marcus.
Yes. So this is a picture of our SOC. So you have one guy there sitting with 8 screens, constantly monitoring, detecting, and responding 24/7, every day of the year. Doesn't matter if it's Christmas or New Year's Eve, we'll be protecting your environment so you can sleep well.
And so what is the benefits? Because a lot of companies that offer MDR and they say we have a SOC. But how can Samurai MDR be beneficial for an organization looking to protect its customers' assets and employees?
Well, first of all, we know that we are having a shortage in skills. So what you get with managed detection and response from Samurai is that you get skilled security professionals that you don't need to find yourself. They are already there. So that's one thing. It's difficult to find those resources, but we already have them. And of course, we help you reduce the cost of buying your own platform, your own CM or something similar. So what you get with us is a plug and play situation. You buy managed detection and response, and you get the knowledge, you get the platform, and you already get everything fine-tuned in order to find those real incidents, as my colleague says, finding the needle in the haystack. So you get all of that already from the beginning. And lastly, of course, we are vendor agnostic, meaning that it doesn't matter really what you have in your security tech stock. We can integrate with whatever you have in place. So we are quite open and flexible.
No matter what solutions are in place, we'll be able to.
No, and I can put it in other words. It means that we are really maximizing your already done investments because we're using what you already have. Yes.
It's very convenient.
Yeah,
so you can just focus on your pre-investments and then focus on your core business, basically.
Yeah, I was talking to a customer yesterday, and he was really, expressing what we like to say, like, I want to sleep good at night, and I feel that this solution will make me sleep better. And I'm like, yeah, we got your back.
Yeah.
So you can go to sleep, and you wake up in the morning, and you know that we've been monitoring your things. Doesn't matter what you have in place. Yeah.
We got it. Yeah.
We got you.
Good. So, that's a great description of what we do, I feel. But and I know, being in the security business, we tend to be we have to be sort of secretive about a lot of the things we do because we're protecting our customers' assets, environments, and such. So we can't really discuss everything that we do. But can we, for our viewers' sake, give some sort of real life example of how our handling of incidents could look like?
Yes, we can. Yes, we can. We do have some case studies online that people can read if you visit our website, of course. But I can take a real life example from Christmas Eve, to be honest. So we had a customer that was attacked during Christmas Eve. They received a very sophisticated phishing attack targeting the C-level management. And unfortunately, one of the C-level managers, did what they wanted to do. So he scanned this QR code, and the cyber and the threat actors actually managed to get into their environment. This triggered an alarm, of course, which we received, and we started immediately analyzing, validating, is this really something going on? Is really an incident? And yes, it was. We confirmed that this really is something that is going on. So we immediately called our SOC, called our counterpart at the customer. It could be the CISO, it could be the IT security manager, or somebody that has the correct authority to take decisions when it comes to this kind of scenario, a critical incident. So when calling them, we said that this is going on in your environment. We need to do this and this, and please activate your incident response retainer or incident response team, which they did. They took our recommendation and they did activate the IR team. So what happens next is that the IR team comes in with senior analyst skills and start immediately analyzing, setting the timelines, containing, working together with the customer to see if things have been leaked. It's a lot of things that go on when you activate an IR team. And everything ends up with a report going through, what happened, the timelines, what did we learn, and how to improve ourselves the next time. So that's kind of a easy way to describe.
Right.
And this happened during Christmas Eve.
Right.
So everybody needs to be on their toes and know what to do.
Yeah. I'm not surprised it happened at that time because, it's not like they would step in and perform an IT attack on a Tuesday morning at 10:30 when everybody's fresh and alert. It's going to be when you least expect it.
Yes.
It's not a very good Christmas present.
No, it's not. I agree.
But this was a real life example from one of our current customers, right?
Yeah.
But you don't really have to be a customer at present for us to be able to help you. Is that right?
That's correct,
Mm-hmm.
Victor. You don't need to be one of our customers in order to use IR. This is something that you can use, as a extra insurance for yourself or for your company. So here is the number. That you have your number, so you know who to call when shit hits the fan. In that words,
Yeah.
because we're living in special times.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's a lot
See a
going
lot on the
on.
news.
Yeah, it's a lot going on in the news, and it's good to know where to call if you need help. That extra senior skill, in the area of cybersecurity. Yes.
So if I'm a customer that's trying to create awareness internally, maybe I feel that my company needs better security posture, needs to improve. Seeing all these news happening, feeling like we need to do something about this, but I'm struggling to create awareness internally in my organization. What would your advice be to me in that case? What should I do to create that awareness in my organization?
Well, there are many things you can do, but one thing that I will recommend to anyone in our organization working with cybersecurity is to practice, to try and practice the same way that you do fire drills. So we have something that is called tabletops, and that's something that we can come in with our cybersecurity analyst or senior and help you create scenarios and work with you in order to kind of practice practice behavior, practice your processes. Are they working? Can I call the CEO on Christmas Eve? Will he respond? Does everybody know how to do or not to panic? So we can come in with tabletops and help you to go through those scenarios in a controlled environment so that you can, understand how your cybersecurity processes work. Yeah.
And
so practice.
Yeah, and that would certainly create an awareness
I think
for you to see that, okay, so this is maybe where we have our gaps, this is where we would need to improve.
Yes.
And potentially that would, open up people's eyes for needed investments as well.
Well, yes, the same way fire drills work. Every time you do a fire drill, you kind of learn more about how you want to move in the office in order to get out quicker.
Yeah.
Managers have a responsibility to make sure that everybody has left the building, so they have to walk, make sure that nobody's left in the toilet, which it can happen.
Yeah.
So practicing really makes you aware of where you're lacking in processes, but also what is working. So it's both ways.
Yeah. That's good. I thought since we have a live audience here, I'd like to open up for some questions. So if there are any of our viewers that feel like they would like to pose a question to Diana or me possibly, we'd like to open up for questions now. We're going to bring our laptop over here. So you can either type it in the chat and we'll see it right here on our screen. Or if you want to actually ask your question right out live into the ether, if you feel comfortable with that, we'd love to hear from you as well. I think we're going to ask Marcus to unmute the microphone on everybody. So you're going to be, if you're speaking to another counterpart during the meeting, you will be heard now.
Yeah, I just allowing the mic.
Okay, you're allowing it.
You're allowing the mics now? Good. So,
Okay, we have one first question. Do you want me to read it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, you can read it.
Yeah.
Okay.
This one, right?
Yeah, the first one there.
So we have a question here from Harm van Koppen. I hope I'm not
Hello, Harm.
slaughtering the pronunciation. I'm sorry if that's the case. The question is, most of the days of the year will not have an incident or breach. What does NTT offer during these peace days? What activities and services does NTT perform? Because a customer will pay for the full year. That's a very valid question. So what do we do in peace times?
Well, that's still, this is what we're showing up here. You see, the incident response hotline. We offer the incident response retainer, which is, as I said earlier, you don't need to be a customer in order to buy it and to have that extra insurance. So I hope that it answers your question, Harm.
I think what he's meaning is like if you're already a paying customer,
okay,
and we're monitoring and nothing's really happening to that. There have been no incidents. Does our service include anything else?
Yes.
During that time, what do we do to stay in touch with our customers?
Well, we do have different things, different ways of keeping in touch with our customers. We have our threat reviews. Yes. Those are quarterly meetings where we meet and go through everything that's going on, both in your environment, but also threat intelligence connected to especially your local area, and how we can continue developing your detection and your protection. So yes, we do have things going on together with the customer.
And you can choose to either have quarterly or monthly.
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah.
Good. We have another question from Harm. In the 365 days of the year, what is the normal rate of incidents happening at one single customer? What's the average of incidents?
That's a very good question that I don't have the answer to, but I can come back to that, Harm, after this. Yes.
That'd be interesting to know. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big different. I mean, it's hard to answer that question.
And I guess it kind of depends on what you define as an incident, right? As well.
Yeah, but the incidents, it's depending on that, But I can come back to you on that question, Harm. Good question.
Great. Marcus was holding up a note here that okay, now I see what it says. Let's see, do we have any more questions from our audience? If there are any other questions you'd like to post, you can, of course, do it later on, either in the chat or reach out to us. But I think we're going to wrap it up for today. This was lovely. Thank you, Diana. Thank you for joining
Victor.
me here. And thank you, all of our listeners, for tuning in. We're really happy that you joined us. And if you want to reach out to us in any way, feel free to do so. I'd like to take the chance to thank Exclusive Networks for letting us borrow their lovely studio here with the green screen and everything. It's been great. And we look forward to coming back in the coming months.
Yes.
Is there anything you'd like to leave our audience with before we send them off on their day?
Yes.
Yeah.
Practice, and practice a little bit more. And also, think about how to protect. I mean, you cannot protect what you cannot see. So visibility is really important.
Right.
And lastly, talk to us. We don't bite. We are here to help. And just yesterday, the news is going crazy.
Yeah.
It's a lot of things going on, and we are here to really help you.
Yeah.
So that's my 3 things.
Lovely.
Yes.
Thank you so much, everyone. Have a lovely day. Good morning, good evening, and good night. Take care.
Bye. Du snackade fort.